Welcome to the Athletico podcast.
أهلا وسهلا ب The Athletico podcast. If you're listening from Lebanon or anywhere in the Middle East, we thank you. We're grateful for you tuning into the podcast. Today it's episode 7 and we have Hagop and Gary with us from YFD, Youth Football Development. So before we begin, I'd like to say that this episode is sponsored by Sparks Logistics and Siwar Residences and Offices. YFD has been in a partnership with Athletico for 6 months now, and the whole mission is to form football players who are athletic and perform better physically on the field. Hi guys.
So basically each one of us has had his own journey with football. We coached several teams from before, and we lacked. I think we saw the lack of physical abilities in the level of the skills we have in Lebanon. So many players have a lot of skills, and they have the ability to perform. And I think this is the gap we found in the football, the Lebanese football, that we need to target the physical training for youth football players. And that's how we came up with the idea of youth football development.
Okay, great. إذا في أسألكم عن your personal journeys, أنتوا both of you يعني you were into sports since you were kids يعني كل واحد عنده his own path football وغيره. إذا فيكم تحكونا عن your personal journeys وكيف هيك it helped you with YFD كمان.
أكيد أنا بلشت لعب فوتبول أنا عمري 5 سنين. بلشت معهم أنتمن. لعبت كذا سنة مع اليوت تيمز، بعدين مع الفيرست تيم كان وقتها سكند ديفيجن الفريق. بعدين انتقلت مع الحكمة، لعبت كمان هونيك 3 سيزونز. كنا بالديفيجن 2 وانتقلنا we were promoted to division 1. وبعدين because of work I had to stop playing football لأنه بتعرف إنه first division بدها commitment وكل شيء، وما قدرت كمل ألعب. وبهيدا during this حسيت انه في لاك كتير كبير بالفيزيكال بريباريشن ان كان باليوت ان كان بالفيرست تيمز. سو قررت ادرس هالشيء. بلشت ادرس سيرتيفيكيشنز انترناشونالي اكريديتد مع NCSF مع باشا انوفيشن هاب، وفتت شوي بالسترينث اند كونديشنينج ريليتد للفوتبول تا اقدر ساعد الاتليت يوصل لاهدافه.
طيب ليكو قد ايه مهم strength and conditioning for young football players, if you can explain in simple words للي ما بيعرفوا شو يعني وليه مهم, if you can explain to those people خاصة the parents who want to enroll their kids ب YFD, what is it exactly?
Okay. So basically who is strength and conditioning in the literal meaning is strength and conditioning. الconditioning هو مثل ما بنسمي نحن بالفوتبول اللبناني هو اللياقة and the endurance، كيف قد ايه بندايم بالملعب. And the strength is divided into couple of components such as speed, explosivity, agility. كل هول. هلا the thing is we have different programs for different age groups. For example, 15-year-old and 8-year-old cannot do the same program. We have to implement more skills like long-term skills such as agility, coordination, reaction. They will help him. When he gets to the 15 years old, he can do the explosive workout. When he's starting at the 15 years old, I cannot teach him anymore the basic things that we teach. Even Athletico coaches, I see the videos, they teach basic things that will help them build the fundamental skills for the long term. So I want to just tell something to the parents that this training is not for the short term. This is for after 18 years old, after 20 years old. When we do now training, strength and conditioning, when you see your kid lifting weight, it does not mean he's going to be short. It does not mean that he's going to be weak. This is for the long term. When he gets to 21 years old, the physical trainer will not come and give an individual session for him. He will give a training for the team. And the one is performing better, he will get the starting 11 position. Okay. We all know this in the football.
Yeah.
So this is just an advice that this is long term. This is not short term. We are not working now. We don't want results now from our players. We want when he gets 18, he comes and tells me, "Thank you, coach, that we had this opportunity to train like this."
Okay, beautiful.
Can I add something? So كمان بالفيزيولوجيكال demands تبع الفوتبول they are changing a lot. يعني the games are being more intense، في speed، في كل شيء يعني عم تغير. So you have to catch up. To catch up, you have to be physically ready. So this training, strength and conditioning training, helps you a lot in this to perform better on the field. خاصة مثل ما قلنا إنه الجيم صار أسرع بكتير. ونحن رحنا على سايبرس شفنا كيف التيمز بيشتغلوا هناك. مثلا أبوير نيكوسيا اليوت تيمز تبعهم بيشتغلوا 4 times a week strength and conditioning قبل ما يفوتوا على التريننج تبعهم. So it's not that they are getting tired. So parents think that they are getting tired. It's the opposite. It helps them to improve.
Amazing. كان بدي اسالكم اصلا انتم بتسافروا و a lot of your trips are sports related. يعني I think يعني we can say your passion in what you do is so obvious. So what did you learn from the foreigners؟ يعني انتم حضرتوا كمان انتم games, Champions League games وهيك. So when you see a player, what do you see in the player in terms of the physical aspects? How do you link it to what we do here بلبنان وبأتلتيكو?
Okay, so نحن we went to Cyprus with Apoel Nicosia and we also went to Madrid. There was a competition. We were preparing a team from USA. They were in the competition. So we went there. First of all, just to tell you, we like more youth games than the first team games. I watch Real Madrid under 14 more than Real Madrid first club. So this is our passion. Our passion is youth football players. This is the level we have in Europe and in Lebanon is very big. But this is not how can I explain? The skills that we have in Lebanon is unmatched. We are better than them. Okay. I swear we are better than them.
I believe you.
Like there is a recent proof. Atletico 2014 beat Liverpool 2014, I think. So this is a really recent proof.
For the listeners, what we're mentioning here is our win over Liverpool, so 2-0 at the Elite Neon Cup semi-final. So this was the perfect example to show that our level compared to European giants like Liverpool, it's not a big difference. But definitely the physical aspect is an important one, so we're going to go back to the conversation.
Yes, so as Hagob mentioned, Apoel trains 3 hours in the gym before they go to the tactical training. So it has been really periodized, all their trainings, integrated the physical and tactical and technical and even mental. So all of these are really connected together. So when we all know when the player is physically very good, his mental ability is gonna explode. So he's gonna be a lot more confident.
Yeah.
So as Hagob mentioned previously, the level that the youth are having outside is the physical difference only. So they are working. So I cannot see a physical trainer in Europe doesn't have, for example, 100 clients. Not because of the business, because the 100 clients want to train. That's the difference here. So I think the influence of parents outside and the facilities they have outside is more focused on football and sports and everything. So this is what we have in Lebanon. This is the lack we have in Lebanon, which is the awareness of parents and some kids who are really some really know the importance of it and some really don't. Like there's two extremes. Okay, so this is what we have to work on. I think all Lebanon, all coaches, Athletico and all other academies, even if we are not completely directly related to the player, I think we have to work on this point in Lebanon to make this importance and awareness more.
أكيد make it part of the culture. The good side is that you guys are more present. We see so many more coaches and the facilities that revolve around strength and conditioning and working with young athletes, which is great. And this is how we start to change the culture, the football culture and the sports culture بلبنان. So this is really good. كان بدي أسألكم سؤال شوي هيك detailed. If we can go into the technicalities of strength and conditioning, let's say you have a player. You can give me a real life example كمان. You have a player بيجي لعندكم إنه he is good, he is physically okay. How do you work with this player? As a football player, شو هن main requirements, like main strength to build?
أهم شيء بالبروجرام ديزاين إنه يكون البروجرام integrated. يعني في كذا factors you have to take into consideration. في physiological demands مثلا لاعب الفوتبول لازم يركض 10 to 12 kilometers per game. لازم يعمل sprint every 90 seconds. في كتير change of direction. Every 5 seconds في change of direction. So to meet these requirements, you have to design a program that is integrated both on an anaerobic level, aerobic level. Anaerobic level, you have to be explosive enough to decide games. Okay, وبالاerobic level, you have to run for 90 minutes. So this is not easy. So the program needs to integrate all of the aspects. So it needs to have an endurance component. It needs to have speed component, power component, agility, change of direction. So كل هول لازم يكونوا integrated بالprogram. تيكون الاتليت عم يستفيد 100%. So ما فيني ركز انا على شيء معين specific. It needs to be an integrated program integrating all the factors.
Okay. هلا I'll get back to this question in a few. بدي اسالكم what's so special about the partnership that you have مع Athletico?
Okay. أول شيء before just to be honest, before Athletico we had really Athletico players joining YFT. I think the marketing that we had is not only on Instagram. The marketing is the word of mouth, because every time a new parent talks to us, the first statement is mother of X's player told me that you guys are great, you guys are doing great job and everything, and they start. So this is really important for us. The feedback that we have from all the parents is really important, because I think the parents are the decisive output of the family in this case. So when the parents decide to invest in their children, this is a long-term, as I previously mentioned, this is long-term investment. So when you're paying a subscription, for example, per month subscription, you are deducting from your long-term health expenses. So this is really important, and I think the parents are getting more aware of how important this training is. And the deal with Athletico, now we almost have 40 players maybe from Athletico. Amazing. I think even more. And day by day, week by week, they are getting more. This is really important for us, not because of the business, but because of first the awareness of the parents, and second the good feedback. This is really important for us. The happiness of the children is really, really important for us. When he comes with a smile. This is the most important thing we have. He leaves with a smile. He doesn't even want to leave the gym. So imagine 14 years old. He doesn't even know what a gym is. He leaves after 2-3 hours because he wants to spend time with the friends, with the coaches, with the environment. Amazing, there. Amazing. So I think this is a very common point with Athletico. Me, I'm personally training 2010 team. Hagop is 2011. We are going to the games. We are really doing the job to help the coaches even there. We feel this. We feel they want to play for Athletico. We feel the players love Athletico. And they have passion for sports. This is the most important thing. And the combination of both, I think, is the boom.
Can I add something?
Yeah, sure.
So the combination is really, really great, because in Athletico, the players are learning the tactical abilities with amazing coaches. And with YFT, they are taking the physical preparation part. So it's a great mix, combining both, because the athlete will benefit at the end. So the end result for us, our vision, our mission, Athletico and YFT is the same. It's to promote the athletes to perform better on the field.
This is what makes the magic happens. Hala, you mentioned that you go to the games, and we know that you take care of the warm-up, Mashik. Yes. Can you walk us through شوي how do you do the warm-up تبع الteams?
Yes, sure. So now we follow a protocol. It's a ramp protocol: raise, activate, mobilize, and potentiate. Okay, this is in the strength and conditioning technical term. So before, I'm not gonna say that the warm-up is bad. بالعكس, it was really great. But what we added in the warm-up is the first two parts. Okay, so mainly the activation and the mobilization is what we do. With the elastic bands, we use the elastic bands. I think we are the first team as Athletico are using elastic band for all the ages. I think so. Yeah. This is really important. Like, we go and watch games, as you said. All the players are doing bands. All the are doing foam rollers, activation, mobility. This is I think we lacked this previously. So this is an additional thing we're doing. After that, we have around 10 to 12 minutes with the coaches. We work with the coaches. We are resting the head coach now. So we're working with the assistant coach, and the head coach relaxes and takes time to think about the tactics. This
You're
is-
part of the team يعني.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that's yeah. Like we celebrate the goal like as if we've been in Atletico for 10 years, and I think the good point is also the coaches are really helping us to get into part of like they are sometimes asking us like is this guy available to play? Can he play more than 30 minutes? This is really important. The communication and coordination in the coaching staff. And sometimes I'm realizing that the coaches really need us, not only technically, but our presence. I think it's going to help them eventually.
Definitely.
Not only technically, because more coaches, we have more control over the squad, and more control over the squad means that they are more disciplined and focused on the game. So this is really important.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
one
what
of
I
the
mentioned.
it's one of the benefits that we have our partnership with you guys, so Atletico and YFD, is that there is this connection between you and the coaches.
For sure.
So مش إنه the coaches are doing a specific work with the players, and the coaches of strength and conditioning are doing something entirely different. There is a merged connection here that is extremely important لأنه بالنهاية it's related كل شيء it's related. So can you tell us more about that?
It's really important the communication between the coaches, assistant coach, the physical preparator. Everyone should be there to organize everything from the start. إذا بتاخد مثلا في صورة لأنشيلوتي وهو عم بيعمل meeting, first meeting of the pre-season, في حده قاعد Pintus who is the physical preparator. So it's really really important this mixture of all the components بالstaff. It's very important to have this لأنه once you have this, you have an organized pre-season, mid-season, off-season. It will help the athletes to be ready for all the throughout the season. So this is something really important.
Just to add something. Our partnership started in December, so we were already mid-season. And as we talked with the technical director, Coach Fuad, I think he's getting more. I think he wants us more in the part that to improve the physical part. So I think the next step is gonna happen a bit more professional, more integrated with the staff, because I think all the age groups should warm up the same. All the age groups should have the strength training the same. Not only the 2010 or 11 or 2008 who are playing championships. So I think, and we talked with Coach Fuhad, we are gonna have a coaching meeting with all coaches of Athletico and do a workshop for fitness. This is gonna happen in the upcoming 2 weeks. So I think the unified warm-up or the unified strategy is really important for the whole club, not only for simple age groups. Like Atletico has eight branches, maybe 300, 400 teams. So I think the unified thing is really gonna give the character for Atletico.
And we cannot wait for it للصراحة. هلا question that هيك was sitting on my mind كتير, I do see the improvement of so many players اللي بيتمرنوا معكم ب YFT. They're more explosive, they are sharper on the field. وكمان في an aspect that comes with the physical اللي هو the mental, لأنه those specific players هلا that are on my mind مش بس they're better physically بس بيصيروا they're on the field in the training they're more confident. Can you tell us شوي about the mental part that comes with the training automatically?
I can give you here some examples. I can start with Carl Aboud, who plays with Sajas, for example. He started training with me like 1 year ago, or maybe 2 years. Okay, so we can see the difference he has made in the physical, in his physicality. So he gained muscle. Okay, so صار أسرع، صار أقوى، صار عم يعطي performances أحسن. وخاصة هلا بلش يلعب مع الأندر 20 كمان، وأكيد أكيد إنه المنتل بارت ساعدته بهالشيء لأنه he's physically prepared. منه خايف يفوت بدولز مع under 20 players. So this is really really important لأنه mental part it's related للphysical part. So if you're ready physically ما بتعتل الهم إنه إذا فات في حدا بالدولز هو midfielder so كتير عنده دولز. So that's why you have to have both physical and mental part in the training. It will help you to boost your performance and not to worry about the games.
Yeah.
Okay, كمان في أعطي real life examples. كذا اتلتيكو بلاير انا بمرنهم، يعني اوقات بسمع منهم تيرمز كتير بيضحكوا. بيجي بيقول لي مثلا بدي في اعطي اسامي.
Yeah, go ahead.
اوكي اذا مثلا بدي احكي عن لعيب خلص ما رح اعطي اسامي. في حدا ايش بيجي بيقول لي صار له شي سنه عم يتمرن معي، هو من اتلتيكو، بيجي هيز ا ديفensive بلاير، بيجي بيقول لي كوتش انا بدي اروح اكله للزلمه. يعني هو هيداك الزلمه هو سترايكر شي متران. اوكي قال لي انا بالهاف تايم قلت له هاو ار يو فيلينج يور جود وهيك، قال لي كوتش انا رايح اكله للزلمه. في واحد تاني قال لي هيداك النهار طلع الطابه it's like 20 meters away، يعني either you sprint you get it or you don't. عمل سبرنت عم طلع على البنش عمل لي هيك يعني عرفت انه كمان ايه. ف this is really important على فكره، ان هن اهم شيء هن what they are feeling. هن the mental and the physical relation is very correlated. في researches كتير عن هذا الموضوع how they are related. So once someone is physically ready يعني عنده confidence مخيف. مثلا في لعيب he's a goalkeeper وقفته تغير، يعني طريقة الحكي مع اللعيبة تغير. and this is really connected. and sometimes when they tell us هالقصة نحن بنعرف انه it is related, maybe they don't, بس مع الوقت هن اصلا they are discovering this is really important and it is connected together.
أصلاً نحنا it's really enjoyable to see them so confident. وإذا هن they're better athletes or better mentally, they're gonna be better for their team. The whole team improves. Well, that's exactly what we want. You must face so many challenges مع كل هذا البروجكت. The many players that you have, the schedules and so on. How do you deal with the challenges with the parents, for example?
Okay, so خلينا أنا أحكي شوي challenges with the parents and the social things. بعدين هو he talks more technical. One of the main challenges هو قبل شو حكيت عن هذا الموضوع. The parents should know this is not short term. هيدا أول شغلة. ما فيك تجيب مثلا athlete even he's not elite level or level B, you cannot get him stronger in 2 months for example. ترجع بتشوف إنه لا ما تحسن ترجع بتشيله. Okay, so هول كتير تفاصيل نحنا we challenge كتير انه we have to advise and connect with the parent. This is long term. بس كتير parents on the other side they are really convinced انه this is long term. So I want these two extremes وقت نسكر الجاب شوي بيناتهم. لانه عن جد the importance of long term of this training is much more than the short term. يعني انا هلا اعطي 8 sessions كله jumping, you're gonna see that he's gonna be more explosive. بس شو راح يصير بالركب, شو راح يصير بالاكل, هول قصص تفاصيل. so كل هول بدنا نفكر نحن بس نحط program design, schedule, periodization كله for يعني نحن عنا elite level players بيلعبوا مع المنتخب عند اتلتيكو عندهم بلان سنتين. يعني حاطط انا day 1 2023 و2025 جانيوري 12 مثلا شو بده يعمل بالسنتين. and the parents is convinced. هذا كتير مهم للparents. يعني هو parent رح يدفع سنتين investment بس هو اخر شيء رح يعرف شو رح ياخد.
You will have less injuries. It's a holistic point of view.
holistic
it's better than going and training alone. And so many kids, so many players, they go على الحماس وهيك. I was one of them أول واحد. You go, you train by yourself.
And you don't know the protocol.
And you might get injuries. You might not be optimal in the training that you do. The results are tweaked. They're not consistent. So this is so important.
Yes.
Oh, you mentioned something هلا وقبل بشوي, health in general. So إذا بنطلع at the health of the player who trains with you guys with YFD, برات الفوتبول قد ايه he will benefit?
Okay. هيدا الموضوع كتير مهم. أنا with one of the sponsors of Athletico, دكتور إلي متنا. نحن we have good connections معه. أنا كتير بحكي معه. أصلاً I think he even talked ما بعرف the importance of strength and conditioning in football injuries. I think he's gonna talk about this subject also. It is really correlated. He's gonna talk about this more details for sure. بس the mental health كمان كتير بيأثر. يعني نحن عاملين لعيب statistics for the elite players أكتر شيء لأنه هن game تبعهم أكتر منقول وفي statistics عليه شوي زيادة. عاملين مثلا أنا عامل لعيبة عندي for example بالسنة كم مرة بيلعب without injury. How many minutes per season without an injury. The ratio is really very low. مش لأنه مثلا شغلة منيحة ولا بس هو عن جد this training it's an injury risk يعني it decreases the injury risk. في كتير researchers مش ضروري YFD أو مش ضروري أنا وهاجو بنشتغل this training عن جد هو هيك. So when I see a player عم بيلعب 10 games in a row 90 minutes أنا كتير بنبسط. هو ما راح يحسها هو بيفكر حاله starting 11 إنه ما راح يطلع من الملعب بس لا أنا بشوفه physically 90 minutes على 10 it's 900 minutes per 2 months for example which is very very good score. So أكيد بيأثر على الهيلث أكيد بيأثر على long term health وهول هن.
Okay, great. By the way, you mentioned Dr. Eli Matne. If you haven't listened to the podcast, it's the podcast episode 6. So here we're in episode 7. So feel free to go and have a listen. Guys, it's so interesting. كل شيء اللي عم نقوله صراحة. Did you have any player إجا لعندكم he was injured and you were able to help him with the injury and يرجع يعني في كتير أسئلة في كتير athletes they receive an injury أكيد في the physical part and the psychological part and am I gonna come back at my best? Do you have any specific example in mind that you can share it with the listeners?
Yes, أكيد. في كارمار ديروسيون من Athletico 2011. He had an injury in his hips. Okay, so we dealt with it. ورجع على الملعب صار أقوى صار أسرع التست بيبينوا أول القصص صار جامبو أحسن so نسي كليا الانجري تبعه وصار إنه is more explosive now more faster. Okay, so all of the elements are better now. So it's really important rehabilitation of after the injury. So first of all you need to go to the physio. في part من الفيزيو كمان it's really important وفي part بعد الفيزيو إنه يكون مع ال strength and conditioning coach يكون هيدا الكوتش certified لأنه في كتير بالماركت trainers who are not certified at all وعم بيشتغلوا هيدا الشغلة. هون أهمية البارنتس إنه يعملوا research صح لأنه في كتير competitors بالماركت بس منهم accredited إنه يمرنوا هالشي.
كمان في كتير very good communication نحن مع دكتور إيلي. مثلا أنا عندي أتليت بيشتغل معي هو صار له زمان بيشتغل معه وعمل injury so automatically he went with يشتغل مع دكتور إيلي ماتني عمل ankle sprain. So the good communication between us helps. يعني مثل ما هجوب هلا قبل شوي في stages يعني نحن ما فينا ناخد شغل فيزيو والفيزيو ما في ياخد شغل strength and conditioning يلي بيفهموا they know the difference between وكل واحد شو لازم يعمل. So the good communication هلا صار هيدا اللعيب كان عنده for example 3 to 4 weeks to come back صار هلا 2 weeks وبلش يلعب. Okay, so this is really important عن هيدا الموضوع. هلا كمان في شغله كنت I want to mention كرمال ليش بدهم اللعيب يشتغلوا مع YFD مش مع غير جيمز. هلا بالماركت صار قد ما بدك جيمز قد ما بدك كوتشيه strength and conditioning بيطلعوا على الكاميرا بيحكوا كل هول التفاصيل. The quality of coaches عنا نحن عنا تقريبا 6 coaches 4 of them عندهم masters. يعني the quality والcredibility كتير مهمة لمين مع مين عم تشتغل. نحن كلنا عم نشتغل unified program. مثلا اتليت تبع اذا ما اجا بقول له روح اتمرن مع هيدا الكوتش لانه البروجرام تبعه نفس الشيء. يعني كل الكوتشيه بيتابعوا نفس البروجرام نفس الديزاين نفس الاوتلاين كله نفس الشيء وكل واحد بيفهم. يعني نحن كل مرة بالشهر نعمل ميتينج الكوتشيه كل واحد بيعطي فكرة منظبط مثل اتلتيكو نفس الشيء. نحن صرنا كوميونيتي وكوميونيتي اتلتيكو مع بعض. يعني الكونكشن بين the common points between is كتير. يعني انا بشوف مره انا ماني شايف مره بالشهر كوتشيه 80 كوتشز بيجتمعوا بمره يعملوا ورك شوب
our monthly coaches باتلتيكو
نفس الشيء. نحن يعني نحن بيفكروا انه عم نعمل بزنس عم نعمل مصاري بس the amount of work amount of energy عم نحط كرمال بس الكواليتي يضل نفس الشيء ويتحسن is a lot. يعني هول الكيدز ما في يجي مثلا 5 6 لعيبه بنفس السيشن يعملوا 3 سبرنتس 3 جامبس يفل على البيت وهو عم بيدفع بلاوي فور اكزامبل. في هيك كتير عم نشوف ليتلي. so the importance انت بتعطي the value انت بتعطي للكلاينت هو للاتليت خاصه لليوث it's gonna be a big return on investment لانه هو بس يحبك انسى. This is the most important thing. بس الكوتش بس اللعيب يحبه للكوتش لكن اذا فل الكوتش غير فريق بيروح معه هالقد. so this is really important. The connection between us is huge and great and long term وكتير كتير فايتين فيها. I don't think this is less than 10-year project صراحة. كل ما أتلتيكو بيكبر نحن بنكبر و vice versa I think. وهول هن.
نحن we are proud to have this exclusive partnership with Youth Football Development, and you mentioned the connection that we have, the connection that you guys have with Dr. Eli Matne, with the coaches, with the players. So it's really, you guys are not just, it's not just a partnership. You guys are embedded in the culture and the system of Athletico, and this is exactly what we want. This is us always striving for better and always promising quality training and football for our players. So the environment in Lebanon, we try our best to make the best out of it, to really give quality football for everyone. To conclude, what would you say to the parents? And I can guarantee you many parents are watching this and listening to this. So what would you tell the parents of Athletico?
هلا للبارنتس بنقول انه اول شيء في misconception انه الويت lifting is wrong for the kids وبالعكس studies prove the opposite. weight lifting بيساعدك to be injury free وبيساعدك تكون أكتر performing better on the field. So invest in your kids بهذا المجال لأنه on a long term as Gary said it will return to you big. Okay, so أهم شيء للبارنتس بنقول إنه invest in your kids لأنه هذا بيساعد بالفيزيكاليتي وبالمنتل بارت كمان بيساعد كتير. لأنه حكينا كتير إنه الفيزيكال بارت بيأثر كتير على المنتل بارت. So if you are investing in your kid بالسبور so عم تعمل investment بالمنتل بارت والفيزيكال بارت.
Okay.
كمان بس بدي كمل موضوع الانفستمنت للبارنتس. البارنتس بس عارفوا لمين وين عم تعملوا انفستمنت. اذا هيدا حقه $200 مثلا، سوري عم بعطي رقم، وهيداك حقه $300، انه في شيء ليك $300، في شيء valuable. انت شو when you go there do your research، شوف مين هن الكوتشيه، what program do they follow، شو دارسين، شو عم بيعلموا، كل هول التفاصيل. يعني ما في انا اذا بنشوف الاسامي كوتشيه اتلتيكو مخيفين صراحه. يعني سوري بس انه هلا نحن انا شخصيا بعرف لي اتلتيكو اغلى من غير اكاديمي. لان اذا انا عندي هالقد كوتشيه وبدي انا هلا انا بتمنى اروح اشتغل مع كوتش ماريو، مع كوتش فؤاد، مع كل هول. بتمنى هلا ارجع عمري 14 واشتغل معهم اذا بدي ادفع $1000 بالشهر. So this is exactly the same. في كواليتي رح تاخد كواليتي، رح تاخد return on investment. انت بتعمل invest تاخد return on investment مثل بيزنس.
صح.
So هيدا الادفايس تبعي للبارنتس. invest in your kids. هيدا شيء كتير مهم. صاير كتير research. Do your own research قبل ما تيجوا لعنا. Do your own research. شوفوا قدام مهم هيدا التمرين. And we are in for with Athletico for the يعني نحن هون موجودين بس بدكم أهلا وسهلا.
So we always say and Athletico is like a school. So if you want to put your kid in the best school, it's up to you. وهلا we have a new addition in our school which is Youth Football Development. To all the parents بتعقدوا, thank you for your support. أكيد you can contact your admin, your head coach or the coaches in your branch if you want to enroll your child with YFG, which is highly recommended. We hope that you enjoyed this episode and we'll see you hopefully in the next one very soon. Guys, thank you so much.